What's up? What's up? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, Jackson. Had to come in here on Saturday. What's up, y'all? Oh, don't start that this morning. Oh my goodness. As soon as that thing said play, record, that's when this sneezing starts. Ain't that something? Golly. But anyway. Yeah, I know you probably saying, yeah, you're sneezing because you're probably finna tell a lie. Yeah, you're sneezing because you're finna probably tell a lie. You only sneeze it out because you know you're finna lie now. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Hot damn it, god damn it, that damn J Train came to a man. Those guys ain't said a ding dong word about what's going on with that with that negotiation yesterday. Man, that news, man, I tell you, that mainstream media ain't hitting on nothing. They hit on nothing, Jacktown. It's like a cliffhanger. Yo, y'all remember? Yo, y'all remember in what was that? Trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what was that. Oh, y'all remember in Five Heartbeats when Big Red was telling the joke and he said, "How do you keep an asshole in suspense?" I said, "Well, you can talk now. You can talk now." I'm like, yo. Yo, ain't that what they doing? Say, how do you keep an asshole in suspense? Well, you can talk now. You can talk now. I'm like, y'all said they had the negotiation. Negotiation went down yesterday. True enough. What was the outcome? Why are you reporting the mess? I'm not reporting anything that there's no outcome so people can understand what's going on. I'm not giving no damn cliffhangers. Oh, you just hang on. We're going to report it as soon as it breaks. So, but let me tell y'all this. Let me say this. The city playing with fire. And they playing with lawsuit fire. They playing with, I told y'all this yesterday. I'm telling y'all this today. This ain't no conjecture. They playing with fire. They playing with lawsuit fire. Because if you think MV Transport is gonna walk because they canceled their contract empty-handed, you're gonna be up for a rude awakening. Because they spent money. They want to recoup their losses. Okay. So everybody need to watch their step. Everybody need to watch their step. What does the J-Train workers got to lose? What, they jobs? No, they don't, because them drivers, them temporary drivers they're gonna go home. They going home, and that's gonna be oh my gosh, do you know how much of a cost that's gonna be for them to rotate people? Those people gonna want to go home. They don't want to be set up in them ding dong hotels for another 3 or 4 weeks until they get this mess resolved. No, they want to go home. These people got families. These people are amalgamated to their environment. They're not. They want to go home. So if they're rotating drivers, that's an expense. And training? Nah. I ain't feeling that. They ain't finna do it. They ain't finna do it. Unless MV Transport putting out a bulletin to hire drivers, and they're gonna get rid of them, and it's gonna leave them. You know what I'm saying? Unless I would like to see what 1208's contract is with J Train. because it's like the city gonna play. If they got a contract where they can sue upon the contingency if they fire them, bruh, guess what? Man, that's unconscionable. It's unconscionable because see, it's something going on. If they got a contract with MV Transport, I wonder what that contract look like. I wonder what that contract with that local 1208 with MV Transport look like. Do they have to? Are they going to honor their contract? Because I'm quite sure there's a contract somewhere, if I'm understanding this correctly, that those drivers cannot be fired up under these circumstances. And if they are, somebody's bound to be sued. I wonder was that a contract set up with the city? Did the local 1208 set it up with the city, and the city had to bound any company that comes in here to bound them to that? I wonder. I'm just kind of, I just wonder, is they bounded to that because they're contracting with the city? MV Transport I'm talking about. Is MV Transport bounded to that? I mean, I wonder if I know that there's a contract somewhere. And I wonder what it stipulates. I wonder stipulating in that contract that they can't be fired under the circumstances of a strike upon not coming to a consensus or a negotiation. I'm kind of curious. And I'm gonna be 100 and I'm gonna be 1,000 today, baby. Call me what you want. 1-800-COLLECT don't work no more. I'm not 100% sure. Them drivers in MV Transport, I'm not for sure that. I think it's lost train of thought. But anyway, but I just think that it's something ain't right. It's just something ain't right. But I really would like to know what that contract is with that local 1208. I wonder what it is with them. What does that contract stipulate? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I know what I wanted to say. I remember. And what I wanted to say was, I just hope and pray that them drivers don't sell out. I hope they don't sell out. I hope they don't did all that sitting out there in that hot sun, outside in the hot sun, to prove a point, and then they're gonna come back and collect the same doggone thing, or they're gonna come to the consensus that was said in those memos. Come on, B. I hope they don't sell out. We just got to get back to work. Okay, yeah, get back to work, but get back to work under the contingent. See, they should have never left Transdav. They should have never changed these routes. Everything should have been. They should have left it like it was, because they didn't come in here properly, and they did not assess. In my opinion, now, all this is my opinion. They did not. I don't think they assessed. They didn't have that much time to assess Jackson, because why? Okay, if they did, then why not Presidential Hills, but Presidential Hills. Why Presidential Hills? Over there in the over there Brook Hollow. Why them folks ain't got no bus over there? Why the bus don't go through the Queens like they should? There's a bus to go all the way through there, up and through there. You just get off the bus and walk up the hill. Come on, B. Nah. I'm not trying to hear that. They shouldn't have changed the routes, kid. Let's keep that a buck. Keep that a buck. What about? I don't know if is there a bus going up Country Club on the 49? What the business is? telling you, man. I hope they don't. I really hope they don't sell out. I hope they really don't sell out. I don't. That's the last of the water. Probably gonna get me another one. But I'm saying, just yo, leave me a comment or something. Yo, that's because yo, this is nuts. This is L nuts. So, yo, this is mad nuts. This is mad nuts. J-Train, yo, I'm telling you, I ain't never seen nothing like this before. You know what I'm saying? So what's really going on? That's just like in this city. The city got these new buses coming in. Allegedly, they say they got new buses and all this junk coming in. Or I might be mistaken on that, but was it new buses they had coming in? No, that was something else. That was something else. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about something else. But I'm just saying. Well, they had new buses. I don't know if they put them out. They did have new buses. I'm tripping on. I'm tripping. They got new buses. Y'all and these drivers is right. Y'all got new buses and all that stuff, but y'all can't and then y'all paid all these folks to come in here, but y'all can't pay us. I'm telling you what's going on. Oh man, I tell you the truth. I had to land my plane on that, yo, cause that's a dead horse too, cause them cats is like they on their hard, son. They on their mad hard over there at J-Train. You know, they on their mad hard. You know, it's like they get the buses in. Let me say this. They get the buses in, but like they don't want to. The city don't want to buy garbage trucks and do it in house. And they can get that's another way they can get their bread. That's another way they can get their bread. Have their own sanitation. And all that tax dollars go straight to the city. Well, them fees rather. See, them fees can go straight to the city instead of going to a garbage company. Make that make sense. They can still charge fees, but they can lower the fees on a resident. Hell, they working for the city. And they doing the same thing, just like with the bus. They got to contract it out. Now my plane landed. Yeah, so I'm like, anyway. But anyway, so how's everything going on, Jackson? How y'all doing? Y'all had a good night's sleep line. Yo, Friday was crazy. Friday's crazy. Mainstream media, they show they can tell one, can it? And deflect. You know what I mean? They can deflect. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. I said I wasn't gonna do it. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna lay my plane on this. I've been watching it. I've been watching the Noland Wells case. And I surmise this. They choked that boy out. That's what I surmise. They choked that boy out. They choked him out. Plane landed. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But they probably choked him out. That's probably why they held his throat and held his throat. Cause they choked him out. Nah, I ain't gonna land my plane. Nah, pick it back up. Nah. But this is what they did. Check this out. Because I'm like, but I don't know. For me, I don't like the way this case is going. According to the way the media is perpetuating it and portraying it, I'm not 100% sure, because I think that they're trying to say we're going to let the grand jury say yay or nay. Was it foul play? or did this man commit suicide? What's evidence? What is it? Okay, what evidence do they have to say what this thing is? Will the jury be? Will everything be like apparent to the jury of what this is? You know what I'm saying? I hope they're not gonna go in there and try to confuse the jury with a bunch of fancy fancy jargon. You know what I'm saying? Trying to confuse things. But I ain't never seen nothing like this before. I haven't seen anything like this. Because you would think that if there was a foul play, they would tell you, now this is foul play. We need to go pick these. We need to bring these son of a bitches in for questioning. That is what I mean. That if I'm not mistaken, that's how I roll. That's how I go. When they put that, when a body come on that table, and they examine it, and they tell you what it is. They gonna contact the investigator, and they're gonna tell that investigator what it is. They're gonna bring that investigator in, and the investigator gonna tell you, he gonna show them why this is it and what it is, and the investigator gonna go out and they're gonna talk to them people. Now, maybe that is what go on TV, but I doubt it. There's some things that happens on TV is for real, and that right there is for real. They're gonna tell the investigator whether if it was foul play or not. Who's investigating this case? Who is the damn investigator on this case? I ain't heard nobody say anything about that. I haven't heard nobody say who was the investigator on this case. I ain't heard them name a name. Who's the name? I ain't heard nobody name no names. The only name I heard was some cat named I forgot his name. Tatum. That's the only person of a police that I heard them say. But he was interviewing. It was like podcast type situation. Who's the investigating police officer on this case? Don't the investigating police officers the one make that the determination is made by the coroner, but don't it go to the investigating police officer that's investigating this case? I ain't heard nobody say Willie D. Nobody. I might have mistaken. I might be mistaken, but I ain't hear nobody say anything about who's the investigating police officer. Why did the sheriff make a premature statement, saying there was no foul play? Yeah. So I'm just, I ain't look. They probably choked that boy out. Why the coroner held that boy's organs for so damn long? Why they hold that boy's organs for so damn long? Why wasn't his organs returned to his family? They got samples of it. What they covering up? Alright. Now my plane landed. It's all, I'll tell you the truth. So today's another day. We just, like I said, we came on here I just wanted to, air some things out. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to air some things out. Because that mainstream media, they just be tripping. See, and they don't seem like nobody. They don't want you to ask the questions that needs to be asked. They don't want to answer. Well, you need to talk to the sheriff. Why do we need to talk to the sheriff? What happened to it? What happened to a private, not a private investigator, but what happened to a detective? Who's a detective on this case? Who is the detective on this case? I ain't know that. Maybe I ain't watching enough, cause I don't know. Honestly, I have not heard anyone say anything about who was the leading investigator on this case, and I'm really don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, according to what I understand, somebody would have investigated it. There should be a full investigation being done. Is there investigation being done? I'm not saying that it ain't, but it has never been. It's never been publicized because I hadn't heard it. I mean, I could be wrong, totally wrong. It just never came across. It never just came across my screen. You know what I'm saying? For me to kind of listen to it. You know what I'm saying? But I'll probably look it up today, and I'll probably come back on here and tell you who it is. Cause like I said, there's something ain't right with this. There's something ain't right. Let me see something. Hold on, let me see. I can probably do it from right here. Let's see. Let's see who is the LEE. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. No. Okay, it says is the investigator on the Noland Wells see what it is because it's mind-boggling for me. Oh, okay, Jackson. Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter. Sheriff? A sheriff office? Come on, Jackson. Come on, Jackson. I ain't never heard of that. Man, nah, heck no. I ain't never heard of nothing like that. I just looked it up. I just looked it up. The sheriff is the leading investigator. They ain't got no detective on this. I'm done. They don't have a homicide investigator because they are the ones that's going to make a determination whether it was a homicide or not. What the hell is this in the heat of the night? What the hell is this? What is this? This some real TV mess. You got the sheriff. Ain't that the same sheriff that said there was no foul play? Wasn't he the one? I'm thinking, when they said, see, when they say, I'm thinking about my sheriff up here in Jackson, Mississippi, Hinds County. I'm thinking about him. When they say sheriff, I'm thinking about a whole other separate crew that deals with the county and deals with people, and like because you could call the sheriff, because they're the constitutional police. And I'm thinking about the sheriff. Okay, if this thing was done on, if he was potentially murdered in the water, not on land, whose jurisdiction this thing gonna be in? Whose jurisdiction this is in? Ain't that out of Tatum's jurisdiction? Now, if it's on water, it happened in Amity. So whose jurisdiction is in? Is that the Coast Guard jurisdiction? Whose jurisdiction is it on that island? Whose jurisdiction? There's your investigators. Come on. Something ain't going. Man, please. Man, stuff sticking out like a sore thumb. It's sticking out like a sore thumb. I'm just, I just asking questions. You gonna bring this cat up? Tatum? That's laughable. Okay, Jackson. Question. Let me ask you this question. When that homicide happened over there in the Queens, it got a homicide investigation. The police came and got involved, but there was the detectives came in. There was a homicide investigation, and they found why it was a homicide investigation. Of course, you didn't have to take them to the coroner. You had to take them to the coroner for them, everything, but they didn't have to do no autopsy or nothing like that. It was clear. But he was, but just like they were found, he was found. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling this process. I'm just not feeling the process of this, because this is not in. They're making this like like it's not ordinary, like it's something different. Because there is something different about this, and they ain't saying. Because if it was an ordinary process, an ordinary drowning, or ordinary something, they would say it was an ordinary drowning. There's something more to this. Come on, pay attention, man. If this was an ordinary drowning, kids drown all the time, adults drown all the time. Just like Malcolm Jamal Warner. He drowned, trying to say he was a child. I think it was. Yeah. And I just think If there was no, could that have been foul play with Malcolm Jamal Warner? Nobody raised that question. I'm just saying. Nobody raised that question when Jamal Warner, uh, came up on surface. He had drowned. That was a drowning. That was a drowning. They probably looked in his lungs, whatever. They saw that he drowned. I mean, folks that drown in pools and out there in lakes and all that kind of stuff, it becomes apparent. Why this is not so apparent? Why isn't this in this particular thing is not so apparent? All right, look, I'm out. I'm finna be out. I just wanted to come on here on Saturday. Look. I'll be up on here on Monday. We'll talk about. We got some more other stuff to talk about on Monday. I want to say, yo, I appreciate y'all watching, and y'all stay tuned for more stuff to come. Peace.